Okay, so hi everyone and welcome back to the class. So in today's class we are going to be taking or explaining rather all these motion, look, sound, events, control, sensing, operators, variables and my blocks. So I'm going to be taking them one after the other for easy explanation. Now let's start with the motion. Under the motion you could see the different types of blocks that we have here. The motion is the blue. It has to do with the movement of a cat. Yeah, so we have the 10 steps: turn 15 degree, turn, yeah, either negative or the positive. We have go to random position, or if you're really good with x and y, you could just easily put the x and y. You can glide, then point towards the mouse pointer, x, y and direction. So in the course of the class, as we move forward, we are going to be using these blocks one after the other, but I would like to try something. So let me start by using this. Right, so I want to delete this. I'm going to delete, and I'm going to come back to the motion. So we're going to try it and let's see. Okay, so as you can see, move just one step backward. So let's say I put 100 and I put the cat here. So let's try. Okay, so you see, so in case you want to create a story and everything, you need to know the steps. Like imagine 100 steps, the cat move from here to here alone. So maybe if I increase it to 500, maybe it might be better. So let's bring it back to the end. And okay, so it's totally out. So no, that's not how we want it to be. All right, so now let's take the, to delete you just have to right click and you can see duplicate, add comment or delete the block. So let's try the turn 15 degrees. Okay, so that's how it turns, and let's turn this. Yeah, it's back. So you could increase the degree if you want, it depends on you. Then let's go to random position. Okay, any random position, it moves and the rest. Okay, so that's what random position is all about. And then as time goes on, we're going to be dealing with this other parts of the motion. This one can mostly be used by, let's say, if you want to create a clicker game. Don't worry, when we are moving forward, we're going to be using each and every one of these blocks. So let's move to the looks. Okay, so the looks mostly have to do with mostly speech. Let's say not the talking aspect actually. Let's say you want the write up to come out of your mouth. You know all this, and comics book here. Something like a comics book, the speech is being written up. Like for example, let's use this, and yes, exactly, this is how it's going to come out for just 2 seconds. So you could actually increase it. Now that one has to do with seconds, but this other one doesn't have any seconds. That means it stays there for like a long time until maybe you stop it. So most times it's preferable to use the one that has the seconds. So we're going to delete it. Okay, so we also have think, and in case you want the character or any sprite you're using to think. Yeah, so you see thinking has to do with those two dots that came out. Let's try it again. Yeah, those two dots. So that's all about this thinking. So let's delete it. Then now we have something like switch costume. Now remember I told you that whenever you click on a sprite, when you go to the sprite section here, each sprite has their different position. Like I used ballerina that day. Ballerina has a lot of, Avery has, Abby has, so has this balloon. Okay, the banana doesn't have the bear has, and so on and so forth. So let's say maybe in a course of a storytelling or in a course of a game, let's say this cat has two, yeah, this cat has two positions. That the one is one of the walking and the other one running. So let's say you want to create maybe like a game or a story, and the first stage the cat is walking, and then at a point it sees an enemy and then it has to start running. So you could actually switch the costume. So I'm going to, yeah, I'll switch costume to, since this is costume 1. Remember, if you go here, you see the number costume 1 and costume 2. So we're switching to costume 2. As you can see, it has changed. But if I want to go back, costume 1, and it goes back to the walking cat. Yes, so that's how it is. Or instead of using this, you could just pick next costume. Let's say if you know that let's say if the character has a lot of costumes and you know that the next costume is the one you want to use, then you can just rather use next costume than switch costume. Then we also have backdrop. So in this one, I'm going to be adding a backdrop, and let's just say I'm going to add a boardwalk here. So let me bring the cut down so it looks more, yeah. So now we're going to switch backdrop. We actually switch backdrop. Now I could add two backdrops. So let's see, we have one there, and then we have a bench. Okay, yeah, bench. So now I can click here, and then I can see all the backdrops. I can go back to my boardwalk here, and then I click on this right back. Now I hope you saw what I did. When I wanted to switch a backdrop, I clicked here, then went to backdrops and click the backdrops I wanted. Then when I want to code the sprite, I have to click on the sprite. So now I want to switch backdrop to bench with view, which was the next lesson. So when flat click, it switches. But if I want to go back to boardwalk, I can just easily switch it and it goes back to boardwalk. Now just like the next costume and everything, we also have the next backdrop. Yeah, so next backdrop, next backdrop, next backdrop. So that's all about the backdrop. Then it also has to do with the size. When flat click, change size by 10. So as you can see, the cat is increasing, or you can set the size to 100. Let's see. Okay, it goes back. Then we also have change color effect. This one has to do with mostly all those balloons and the rest here. We also have show and hide. That is when this flag click, it should show, which it is actually showing. But let's say when the flag is click, it should hide. As you can see, it's hiding. But if I want it to show, it comes back. Yeah, so that's what that run is all about. Yeah, so as time goes on, we're also going to be able to go to front layer, go forward, the costume number, the backdrop, and the size and everything. So now let's move to the sound. Yeah, so under the sound we have play sound until done. So before that, I would like to, okay, mind you, you could actually record your sound. Yeah, so let's say I want to record. Yeah, hi, yo 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 yo. Okay, yeah, so I want to play what I said. Hi, yo 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 yo. All right, so I can actually save it, and it's saved as recording 1. So when I want to code, I could actually use play recording 1 until done. Hi, yo 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 yo. So that's actually it. But if you want to use like a sound for a game, let's say when the person fails, the sound should just keep playing. That is, it should just keep playing. All right. So sorry about that. So let's start. Yo 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 yo. Alright, so that's it. But that one is actually short. But you could actually add your own sound. So let's go to the sounds and add another sound. So let's say I want to add dance magic. Yeah, so I can actually put the dance magic and I could actually start play dance magic till then. You could actually pick any sound of your choice. Then let's say I play dance magic until dawn and stop all sounds. Now this stop all sounds is mostly used, let's say for example you're coding, and as time goes on I'm going to show you the blocks that are in the event and the control. You could actually stop all sound, let's say at a particular part of your game. When you use start sound without until dawn, you could stop all the sounds, like maybe it's done, or even with this until dawn you could stop all the sounds while it's done. Yeah. So now we also have change pitch effect and the rest. This has to do with the balloons. I can change the volume by 10. Let's see. Yeah, so if you notice there was a slight difference between the original and the older one. So now I could actually set the volume to 100. So it depends. You can increase the volume. This has to do with the loudness of the sound. Okay, so that will be all for today's class. In the next class, we're going to be talking about the event, the control, and the sensing, everything that is there. So I hope you guys practice and I hope you guys learn some new things. Thank you.